poor artists, where we're poor at walking. But mostly, we're poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And I'm Benj. So yes, today we're going to attempt to draw people walking. Specifically, walking in a worthy manner.
Yes.
Another one of those titles we got from a sermon.
If you're ever in need of like something to draw to spark your creativity, go watch a sermon. At least long enough to learn its title. And hopefully more. But
you can always learn a lot from a sermon, but the title alone,
they're inspiring
in
a way that not much else can be. Because
like sermon titles were clickbait before clickbait was a thing.
It's true.
You know, it's like they used to like put it out on the church sign to like get people to come to church.
Exactly.
Like it's legitimately like the first, like it was clickbait before clicking was a thing.
What do you call it? Drive bait.
drive bait.
Church.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like you're back in the olden days when they're like trying to get people to come to church in their town.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just like, hey, here's our title. You should come to church and find out what that means. So because of that grand tradition,
yes,
sermons just have so good titles.
They do, and our pastor keeps delivering. Sometimes we look at it and we're like, oh, he named it that for us. And then we probably didn't give it a second thought. But if he only knew what wonders of art he has inspired.
So I am attempting to draw, as one
Don't
does.
we always?
But it's not. It's not drawing. What
are those?
What was happening? You changed the pencil.
Oh my gosh! Don't say that.
Is this because we deactivated the stylus?
I put it on pencil, and you used it.
No, you used it.
What a disgrace!
Well, it's still not working. I think it might be because we deactivated the stylus. I mean, it was working. It seemingly worked before. I actually never tried to draw. That probably would have been a good test.
The tip to active?
Yeah, use the inactive tip is what you want.
Let's see if that fixed.
Yep.
So let this be a lesson to you to make sure your pen is activated.
Yes. If you have an unactivated... So, you know, when you have a pen, like some ballpoint pens that you buy and are common for us to use, you just take the cap off and then you're ready.
Activated, yeah.
But some have a little button on the top. If you forget to click that... It's not going to work.
I prefer the more unorthodox way of activating a pen when you've, uncapped and clicked the pen and it still doesn't work. So you have to then lick the pen to activate it. Because sometimes it needs a little wake-up juice from your saliva. And that's the only way to activate a pen. In our case, it's opening the program. Oh gosh, this poor guy. Opening the program for the pen and pressing the button that says activate. But honestly, that's new school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, only lame people like us have a computer software. It's much cooler when you're using an actual pen.
True. I can't tell. I mean, I'm starting to from this hat, but I couldn't tell if that was a monocle or if his eye had been like scratched out by something.
No, he has a monocle.
Remember how in the Captain Marvel movie? Okay, so if you don't know Marvel movies, one of the coolest, if not the coolest guy in all of Marvel movies is Nick Fury, the head of S.H.I.E.L.D., and he puts together the Avengers, and he always has an eye patch, which is always cool.
Mm-hmm.
Eye patch is always cool in a movie. You want to make somebody cool? Give him an eye patch. But The dumb thing was he always like alluded to how he lost his eye and his one good eye.
Like he was betrayed by
Yeah.
someone.
And then in Captain Marvel, they decided to like retcon it, and they just were like, "There's this cat, and the cat scratched out his eye." And you're like, "Oh, that's so lame."
Yep.
Not this guy though. He has a double sideburn. Or is that just like
that's
the
the back of the hair? And that's
Why
the
don't people
sideburn.
do double sideburns?
Good question.
Just split my sideburn down the middle.
No one could answer your inquiries.
You could do it. You have like a long beard that goes all the way up there. Just like shave like a line down it one day and just curl it off to the side.
Halfway.
Be pretty cool.
Yep. So as you can tell, this guy is I mean, he kind of looks like a villain.
Is he not?
He's not a villain.
Oh, see, that's misleading because of the monocle and curly mustache and goatee.
Yes. But he is a man that's walking.
You know, okay.
Okay. So let's do this walking.
You know, I'm just above all with this drawing. I'm just thankful you're back this week. We weren't sure there for a minute if you were gonna be back this week or still mildly feverish.
Yeah, I was fairly confident that I would be fine.
You should see all the comments of the fan that was worried about you.
I did look at the comments. They were mostly about Josh.
Well,
His horrible
Chicken Wing Thor.
chicken wing Thor.
You know, this guy might be worse. What happened to him? He's like bent.
See, here's the problem that I just ran into. I was planning to give him like a tuxedo. But see,
Now he's just like a genie.
arms of tuxedos are normally the same color, but then you wouldn't see the arm.
True.
So he has a white sleeve.
It's like his vest under his tuxedo.
Yeah. He has like a sleeveless tuxedo.
Or one of those, two-tone tuxedos.
Yeah.
Why don't they have those? That'd be cool, right? Your sleeves are a different color than the rest of your tuxedo.
Well, I can't change the size of the pen anymore, so
Yeah, you did.
it just doesn't tell me what size it is.
That adds to the mystery.
Okay, I guess. So this guy walking.
We've established that. But is he walking in a worthy manner?
That's his exact question. He's even saying,
Am I walking in a worthy manner?
am
Oh, he is.
I worthy
To walk?
now?
A question we must all ask ourselves.
I didn't spell worthy right, but that's fine.
Yeah. Worthy? It's you know, if you have a top hat and a monocle, you don't have to say everything.
Picture him, like, you know how he's saying it.
It's fancier with that extra E in there. Worthy.
And so you have this other guy who also has a monocle.
Are his hands like straight down to the sides as he's kicking his legs back that far? Because I don't know what a worthy walk looks like, but I know.
This guy has slicked back hair.
Oh, cool. Especially because it's coming from his eyelashes. It's like the worst comb over ever.
Just how hair works.
I don't think it is, but very few hairstyles start at the eyeball. I mean, there's probably someone out there. Oh gosh, there's a pointy pointy chin. Somebody out there probably has like a like a rare genetic eyebrow thing where their eyebrows just grow uncontrollably. But then they get old and they're like, oh, now I can just comb them back. So they have like no forehead like your guy.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of just looks like he's wearing a hard hat made of hair. People's legs.
It's just the way.
It's like scooting along. What does it mean to be worthy of a way of walking? Like, what are you trying to like get into? What club do these guys? What club is this guy trying to get into? That he has to like demonstrate your walk for me, there, son, and I'll tell you if you can join us. Nay, sir. Oh, that is rough.
Yeah. See, I took inspiration from the Monty Python's Flying Circus. That's the first. As soon as I saw the title, that's the first thing I thought of.
That is pretty great.
I'm like, they have. I forget the exact like club that they had. It may have been the Silly Walk Club. Could have been something else. But like they have like a club where it's like to get in, you have to do like a silly walk. And they all had different silly walks, and it's just one of those good British humor moments, which is actually few and far between, because most British humor is either disturbing or too weird. But
pretty sure Monty Python was the Ministry of Silly Walks, which
Ministry of
again,
Silly Walk-
these
yeah,
guys are
so
clearly
that's
from
pretty
that.
good.
The guy on the right, though, not only does he have no forehead, he doesn't have a hand.
His hands are in his pocket. How do you draw a pocket?
His hand is still not in there. Oh, okay, there. Oh wow! See the artistic dimension you can give with just a simple little line.
Mm-hmm. Like I meant for his hand to be in his pocket, I just forgot that I
Forgot to draw a pocket.
Thought that. I mean, because it's even sillier when you walk and your hand is in your pocket.
Is that all the other guys missing?
Yeah, if he had his hand in his pocket, I bet he would be accepted. It's minor things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like this guy, would you want him in your club? Like, look at him. Like he's
know-
either a villain or he's like one of those
Really eccentric.
like one of those weirdo guys you see in college.
Yeah, no, I can picture a couple of guys from college now that you say that. And it's like, why?
Like,
Why
you're
do
like,
you
is
look like
he
you're
in,
from
like-
the
You're
20s?
like wondering, is he like in a magician's club?
Yeah.
But then he like fights with swords during lunch breaks.
Kind of like the people who like they dress steampunk, and you're like, but we're in school. Like,
Yeah.
why is your hat like? Why are you wearing a top hat?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And like you're wearing a monocle. You do realize that they make glasses with two panes of glass.
Well, you're wearing a monocle at that point. You're not doing it for the usefulness of it, because nobody's like squinting to hold it in their eye and then like looking at something.
Mm-hmm. Walking.
You know, I don't know which of these guys I'd rather be in a club with, though. Guy on the left, yeah, he's a dork, and he's wearing like a short, like a tuxedo with tails, but not the sleeves. Like you ripped them off.
Only because tuxedos are so hot.
The guy on the right, though, his hair is so weird. It's just like a helmet. And his eyeball is in a straight. His monocle is just like taped on.
The guy on the right, I don't know if you can tell, he's supposed to have like white hair, like he's older. He's like the head of the club. I was thinking of giving him like a beard too, but then I just gave him the chin.
Chin is enough. I'd like to just believe it's white-haired beard, because that explains its extreme shape. But yeah, no, these guys are pretty great. If we walk down the street,
Mm-hmm.
dressed like them, walking like them. They'd put us somewhere.
They would let us join a club, I'm
It's
sure.
like the Arizona Asylum Members Club. Arizona, like walking under the influence club. But I am not that guy's hair. Other than that, pretty good.
Yep.
That's 3 pretty goods out of 4.5. And I'm coming over there now to show you what it really means to walk in a
We've
world.
changed our setup slightly, so now you can stay where you are.
Oh man, all these extension cords that allow the pen and tablet to come to me.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
We can just pass it on over.
Oh.
If we really wanted to, we don't even have to cut this
What a
out.
beautiful thing. No, because I need to cut it because I need to think for a second what I'm actually going to draw.
Okay.
This is ruining my the confidence that I sounded like. I'm going to show you what it means, and I haven't actually thought about.
So we'll take a break for a couple hours while you think, and
Yeah,
then
we'll come back some other time.
Yep.
All right. When you think of things that walk, what do you think of?
Humans, mammals, reptiles, all animals, except for the creeping things that creep.
See, I'm going to draw one of the creeping things that creep because there's a special kind of walk that one of those critters does. I call it the creepy critter walk.
Oh, the creepy critter walk,
No.
like a worm.
No,
I don't think worms walk.
there's a
Snakes, you could maybe argue because they kind of like
That's not
move
walk.
their
Come
bottom
on,
scales in a way.
get real.
Are you gonna draw? Did you think to yourself, "Hey, I like to draw feet, so I'm gonna draw a millipede
Those are way too creepy.
with human feet"?
That would be horrifying. Although, would have made a good drawing. But nope, it's too late. This is actually a walk that they teach school children.
Oh, one of those classic lessons that all children need to
It
learn.
is. It's something you and I guarantee, both learned in school. The crab walk.
I mean,
For some reason,
I probably did.
for some reason in our society, they have decided that amongst all animals of creation, the one that children should be taught how to imitate is the crab. It's really weird in America, or in Arizona, because like, when are you going to see one in Arizona?
They have such an efficient walk.
I know, right? Like sideways.
You get down on your hands and legs backwards and walk sideways.
Yeah. Like, what's more efficient than that?
Absolutely nothing.
That claw's a little broken.
I mean, I've always thought, especially as a kid, like comparing like the crab walk to like the bear walk. I was always like, I would much rather do the crab walk because the bear walk like hurt your back.
I mean, well, yeah, bear walk is just like bend over and put your hands on the floor and keep your back straight. Crab walk is like bend everything, everything, and sit on nothing, but balance and crawl across the ground.
But crawl without putting your knees on the ground.
Yeah, it worked really well for those kids with 6 limbs.
Oh, yes.
You remember
all of them.
You remember Steve?
Yep.
Crab.
From 3rd grade.
We call him the crab boy.
Good old Steve.
He was always so good at this.
When he wasn't doing that, we just called him the squid boy. But
man, I wonder how he's doing. Bro, I wonder which ocean he settled in. Like, one of them for sure. But like,
so are you like done with your drawing now? You just like drew crab?
No.
It walks with a worthy manner. No other creature does.
No, you gotta have people.
Oh, people. Will the people also walk with a worthy manner?
That is to be determined.
Does the crab decide whether the people are worthy or not?
Well, you'll see. In this case, yes, for sure.
Okay. So whether we walk worthy or not is all up to the crabs.
Someone at some point developing the education system decided children should.
This looks like a two-fingered hand.
Oh, it's super creepy with its flat fingertips.
Yeah. It's like a master hand in Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, but it's not that because it has feet coming out of it.
Hmm.
Two very different feet.
You know, when I think of amazing walks that are worthy, I definitely think of our Easter video
Oh yes.
that we made. Anybody that hasn't seen that, go watch
Just go
it.
watch at least the first 30 seconds of it when we walk on screen because we are not.
Yeah,
You think we're bad artists? We're even worse animators.
To be fair, I wanted it to look weird, and I've worked pretty hard to make it look that weird.
You succeeded so hard.
Isaac didn't want to walk in as weird as my character walked in, which is why he's almost normal.
Almost.
I mean, I'm still not a good animator, so it was never normal. Oh, is that a human head?
It's yeah.
Not an alien. And it's definitely backwards.
He's
Like he's looking at the crab.
yeah, he's like leaning backwards, turning his neck, keeping an eye on this crab to see if.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was wrong. It's not backwards. What? How is that? This is so disturbing. It's like a horror creature. Oh. Its eyes and its nose and its mouth don't line up the way humans
it's so
do.
hard to draw when you're laughing at yourself.
He has like pirate clothes on.
Well, he's at the beach. Could be a pirate, for all we know.
I don't think any pirate would accept him in their crew.
He's been marooned. He has one friend.
The crab?
Yeah. Yeah, the crab, man.
Like, I wouldn't even call what he's doing the crab walk. He's doing
he's like
there's like a banshee that taught him how to walk.
banshee.
I blend in perfectly. Is this like that scene in the newest Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts?
Oh yeah, where he's
he's
leading the crab things around.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Trying to blend in.
Yeah, but it's not over yet.
Okay. What is this?
just don't think too hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have so many fingers.
It's true.
I mean, I know it's the normal amount, but everybody knows that you can't draw a normal amount of fingers. What is happening with this guy? Oh, his nose is going the wrong way.
There's no right or wrong way.
Yeah, but there is. And that's the wrong way. Like his head, because of his nose, his head is turned to the left, but he's looking to the right. and his mouth is somehow to the right.
Just go with it. That's the least of this guy's concerns.
This guy's doing the bear walk, otherwise known as the worst walk. Except he has extra limbs.
More like the spider walk at this point.
Why does he have extra limbs? What is those claws? Why is that a scorpion tail? It's not. Like, does he actually have claws and like extra?
No, he just
feet?
like wears them. Like
Okay.
it's like an outfit. It's not like some abomination to like. No, the natural world. It's an outfit.
Okay.
Come on. What's a good crab name?
And Carl, Mr. Krabs. Lettuce go.
Let's.
Oh, that's not an eye.
Yeah.
This guy is a total poser.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna do a crab walk,
May as well.
I don't even know what the heck this guy's attempting. Amateur hour over here.
Yep. I mean, definitely in comparison to that guy. If that guy's doing a bear walk with extra limbs.
Guy on the left, he didn't learn anything in school.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't learn anything in school.
Yep.
Guy on the right is putting his all into it.
He got extra limbs.
Yeah,
Attached
like,
to his
he
clothing
got an
somehow.
A+ in PE the day that did crab walk. Showed up with this.
Walks it.
Made this costume in elementary school.
They're like, we're doing crab walks today, and he's just like, oh, let me go to my locker real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what elementary schools have lockers, but
This guy's totally does.
or like, let me go to my desk that has that little shelf thing in it. That's what most elementary schools have.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah. I was gonna draw like the beach and stuff, but
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a lot of work.
as long as you know it's sunny out.
It's a deserted island.
Yeah, these guys have been here a long time. This guy just shipwrecked with his costume. Like he brought it with him. Always has it. Just that you talked about the guy in college who dressed like the goatee and the top hat and the old timey. This is the kid in elementary school who, like, from elementary school on, people called him the crab boy because he was like in the hallways was crab walking. Like, you saw him outside his house, like getting the mail, doing this, and then one day you're like, does he have extra legs? And he's like, yeah, he always wears red now, and he wears that stupid costume every day. You know, he got picked on. Then he got to college, and he like found like a small little clique of like crab people.
They're like, don't you know, in evolution everything becomes crabs?
Yeah, exactly. And then you know, he goes on vacation, he gets shipwrecked with this guy, and this guy's like, man, this guy's really good at being a crab, and all the crabs have accepted him. I'm gonna try. And not Carl, this guy's like, I've been planning for this day my whole life. You know how it goes.
Yep, the classic tale, as old as time itself.
Manor?
That's what I wrote.
Okay, and then that's what I have to write.
No, except I spelled it with an O, like manor.
I don't know.
I don't know what is the proper way. Actually, now that I think about it, isn't manor like with an O like a house?
Yeah.
Yeah. So mine is about walking into a worthy house.
I mean, that makes sense. They don't let him in the clubhouse until he, can prove he's not gonna be embarrassing
Yep.
to the club. Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Yep.
I'll let that thing haunt your nightmares tonight.
And I'm happy with both of our drawings.
Yeah, not a bad
week.
See, it's so inspiring when you have a good title like this. And you're like, oh yeah, walking in a worthy manner. Clearly, the Crab Boy.
Who else?
Yeah, like he probably changed his name in elementary school. Like nobody really remembers his name. Something like like Frank or some normal human name, and everyone just started calling him Krabby.
Yeah,
and he was so happy.
He legally changed
when
it.
when he became an adult, he was like, this is the life. He was down at the beach every day. He was just on a boat, like going to a place with more crabs.
Yeah. And you just like look at him and you just wonder like, where does he get the money to like
exactly
continue buying and repairing this crab suit and like eating food? But he just does somehow.
He just lives amongst the crabs. He's like the weirdest like hippie you could possibly think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crabs have such a simple life. If only I'd been born a crab. And then eventually that just changed into like, he is a crab, and he was born a crab, and he's just like, all right, Krabby. Like lives down by the beach under the dock or under the pier. Imagine walking by the pier.
This guy just like crab walks out and just like grabs some food, goes back,
grabs some food, shoves it in his claw, and like scurries away.
Yep.
You would call the police.
Just kind of like shifts him away into the sand.
I don't even know if you'd call the police. You'd just like leave and never come back. But he's
like, this isn't for the police to deal with.
This is a matter for higher authority.
This guy can be judged by God.
I've seen things that I can't explain to the police.
They won't believe me.
And then, one day he got a happy ending. He's shipwrecked on an island full of crabs.
Yeah,
and this dude, he's got a lot of...
He was shipwrecked later.
And
he was abandoned by his crew, and he's just like on the island.
He's a pirate. I forgot.
Yeah, and he just like comes on, and it's like my only chance is to live with the crabs, and he sees this guy.
Yeah, they just like make fun of him together, just like Krabby got made fun of through all of his school life.
Now he can finally make fun of those.
They're like, what a dork, trying to be like a crab. He's not even good at it.
Yeah, it's just like a normal human.
Yeah, such a loser. Obviously, he speaks the crab language.
Yeah.
I don't know what that sounds like. Probably gross.
Yeah. Like how Krabby talks in like the Pokemon
just
animes.
Like a squishy kind of
like making bubbles sound.
Yeah, should have drawn some bubbles coming out of his mouth.
Licks.
That's what the claws are for. Man, when this becomes a movie, I'll dress up.
You'll play Krabby.
Yeah. You could be Carl.
The crab.
Yeah. No.
I'll just voice him. He'll be like a...
I'll just have a puppet. You just have a puppet on your hand. Nobody wants to be that guy. The maroon pirate man.
So lame.
Such a loser. Well, we hope you walk in a worthy manner, whatever that means to you. And If we haven't told you that we're poor artists, I hope it's obvious by this point in the video.
Yes. We're sorry that you had to experience it.
Yeah, it's always rough when people forget to read our YouTube title and don't read the description and then
They
expect things.
like decent art or
Yeah, they're
something.
like, oh, poor artists. They probably mean like they're starving and don't have any money. It's like, yeah, it's true, but it's because we're so bad.
Just so bad at art.
But you made it to this point in the video, which means you can count yourselves among the half a dozen people who might see this.
I think it's a full dozen.
Whoa. That sounds like we're changing lives.
Mm-hmm.
And if Krabby the Crab Boy is watching, we're here for you on your journey.
Although apparently we need to have my brother on more often because we got like twice as many views on that video.
Yeah, see,
That's
that is
normal.
even more proof. That's even more proof that our drawing skill doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It matters how cool we are in the real world.
As he said, the poorer artist.
Maybe we draw too well.
Yes. People come on and they're like, "Oh, why are they making fun of themselves? They're not that bad." And then they see Josh, and then just like,
Oh, that guy's horrible. Let's tell all our friends to watch.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't wait. It'll be even worse. We just have
Next
to keep.
Next week we'll
I'll
try
practice
harder.
a whole lot this week to be
Draw
worse.
more horses.
Oh. Ooh. I don't know if I have one of those in me. It was like a once in a lifetime experience.
Well, either way, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.